from Wingate University and WUTV. This is Wingate Today.
Coming up, you've heard it takes a village to raise a child. The same can be said for keeping a campus community safe. It's a collaborative effort, how the county, city, and campus are working together for a common goal. He changed the lives of millions around the world. Meet the man who helped develop LASIK and connecting college and kids, a unique program that's planting seeds for the future. Hello and welcome to Wingate Today. I'm Jeff Atkinson. College campuses, they are bastions of learning, but like any part of our society, they can also become scenes of crime. In fact, the FBI's Uniform Crime Report identifies about 3,000 violent crime incidents and about 85,000 property crime incidents on and around college campuses in the United States each year. Obviously, no place can ever guarantee that you're going to be 100% safe, but there are things college campuses are doing to help minimize the risk for students, faculty and staff, and the community. And Kristen Johnson's been looking into that. How is it at Wingate? What's the situation here?
Jeff, you think about it, Wingate University has a unique advantage over other universities in the respect that we have a lot of resources right at our back door. Along with campus police, of course, we have the town police department across the street, the fire department practically in the backyard, and the sheriff's office right up the road. There's no one person who makes it his or her primary goal to protect the thousands of students that call Wingate University home. In fact, it's the mission of many.
Campus safety provides an array of services here at Wingate University. Our main role is to protect the campus community, which would include obviously our students, faculty, staff, and visitors.
Campus safety is a multifaceted thing on campus, and so, it's residents' life, it's campus safety, all of that takes coordination.
And it takes teamwork too, not just with the players on campus, but those in the community as well.
With campus police, what I try to do is, I meet with the chief, Mike Easley, at least weekly, sometimes more.
Certainly, we're proud of our university, and we work with them on a daily basis. It's not like you deal with a community such as we have here in our county, because that community at Wingate changes every year. But the challenges to provide safety are pretty standard, regardless of who they are.
At any given time, the university has staff on call ready to relay information, whether it's about a major or minor incident.
We've got over 30 undergraduate students that are on our staff that are located all throughout the campus, and so we've got them in every area, every residential area on campus. We've got a student that we train to respond to issues, as well as 5 graduate students that sort of support and supervise them, along with the 3 professional staff.
There's the teamwork, training, and then there's the technology. This past summer, the school upgraded to an alert system called Blackboard Connect, which sends phone calls, texts, and emails to students, staff, and faculty.
And so we're actually setting it up so that you can do Facebook, Twitter, and some RSS feeds that go directly into the website or online. And so we can choose how to send those messages out.
A message can be tailored for a specific incident, including only a certain group of people, say a water outage that only affects one residence hall, or an emergency blast can be sent out to everyone during something like a tornado warning or lockdown situation. We
try not to overuse the system, because it's really important that when we do send a message out that everybody takes them seriously.
That system, the teamwork, and all the planning was put into action late last year after an incident near the main campus where 3 people not connected to the university were shot. 2 died.
As the incident broke, the main concern to us was the safety of the college students. The lockdown was just a very natural thing to do till we found out what had taken place, what would, if anything, would take place as we move forward with that investigation. Every agency had the same plan in place. The university's plan was in place, and we followed our plan.
Typically after an incident, we come in and look at this report just to see how people are answering the phone, where the email is going. It tells us what's been delivered and what hasn't. In this case, we had over almost 4,000 contacts that we sent the message out to.
As for the town of Wingate itself, technology is also increasingly playing a role in the way police send out and gather information. Wingate Police Chief Donnie Gay showed me a free downloadable app that will send text alerts and allow residents to submit crime tips, among other things. Gay says his police department is the first in North Carolina to get the app and thinks it could be beneficial for not only the student community, but parents as well.
I do feel like communication is a big part of bridging gaps and bridging neighborhoods and communities.
The expectation to stay in touch is not going anywhere anytime soon, and key players say technology is an important piece of the safety system.
We do feel good about the fact that when these incidents do arise, we've got plans and procedures in place that keep everybody safe, because at the end of the day, that's got to be an important priority.
As you heard, communication is key to campus safety, whether it's between the campus and various school or law enforcement officials, or between those agencies themselves. And as we've seen, as technology and situations evolve over time, so too does communication.
We've got a good plan. Thank you, Kristen.
Indeed.
On the subject of your safety, Union County is the first in America to launch an innovative new 911 technology. It lets you send pictures or video of criminal activity or missing persons directly to 911 dispatchers via your cell phone. The new technology is called NextGen, and the Sheriff's Office and County Emergency Communications unveiled it in December.
911, what is your emergency? I need to report a missing person, please.
In this demonstration, once all the pertinent information was received, the 911 operator asked the caller to send a picture of the missing person. 911 provided a web link for the caller to text the photo to Emergency Communications, CECOM. CECOM then can quickly send out the photo to officers in the field. Union County Sheriff Eddie Cathy told us it'll take some getting used to asking for a photo.
We just think the use of it is endless once our public and really truly our officers get used to asking, say, do you have?
The technology was developed by a retired FBI agent who lives here. It's cloud-based, meaning no software or hardware has to be installed. Union County is piloting the program.
I think it will be the way law enforcement, starting with North Carolina, I think it'll go pretty quick across the state. I think you'll see it go nationwide.
Sheriff Cathy says no taxpayer money was used to fund the program, and if money is needed, it will come from the Sheriff's Office drug confiscation funds. It's history in the making. James Ford, a graduate student in Wingate School of Graduate Education, is also a teacher and now a finalist for the best teacher in the state. You met him last summer when he was named Charlotte-Mecklenburg School's Teacher of the Year. And now he's in the running for North Carolina Teacher of the Year.
I'm trying so hard to keep it together right now for y'all.
James Ford got emotional when named NCDPI District 6 Teacher of the Year at an assembly at Garinger High School in East Charlotte in December. Region 6 encompasses Mecklenburg and 7 other counties.
You guys inspire me. You guys make me want to get up and come to work every day.
Ford teaches 9th grade world history, and in the 4 short years he's been at CMS has made an impact.
It's been a pleasure to watch kids grow, to see where they started from and then see how they transition.
Last May, he won the keys to a brand new car, a perk from being selected CMS Teacher of the Year. A committee from District 6 looked at Ford's teaching methods and his dedication and picked him to move on in the competition.
Hug it out, bro. Hug it out.
It's the first time a CMS teacher has made it this far in the chase. At the announcement, Charlotte Mayor Patrick Cannon seemed to sum up Mr. Ford.
How many of you are willing to change the world?
The students James Ford taught say he deserves this.
Because he always motivated me to get good grades.
Honestly, I was in a lost place, and he helped me find the light. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be a senior today.
Knowing that you have somebody to lean on, even if you don't have like parents in at home, it's like you can come to Mr. Ford.
Ford likes to say history is not a line, it's a circle. Naturally, it's going to repeat itself. And his story is being written. Ford is taking graduate school classes at Wingate and the Master of Arts in Educational Leadership. If he wins the title of Best Teacher in North Carolina, he says he plans to travel the state and speak up for all teachers out there who work so hard.
As a society, we need to reintroduce ourselves to the importance of teaching. The value is not where it should be, but I would hopefully like to be a voice in changing that position.
James Ford is one of 8 regional winners for the title of North Carolina Teacher of the Year. He'll find out this spring if he makes it. This next man is bullish on today's students and what they can accomplish.
Today's students will have more opportunities than previous generations have ever had.
That's Jim McCullum, CEO of a medical device company based in Silicon Valley. What makes him say such a bold statement? McCullum was here to give a lecture on entrepreneurship and leadership in medical technology, and we caught up with him.
Everybody gets lemons in your life, and you can fall apart, you can quit, you can do all kinds of things, or you can work through that process, accept the challenge, and find a way to deal with it.
He has a way of connecting with students, Jim McCullum does, at business class last November in Wingate's Byram School of Business. Born and raised in Asheboro, about a half an hour from Wingate, McCullum studied at NC State, spent 3 years in the Marine Corps before embarking on a 35-year career in the healthcare industry, which is where he found his passion.
You know, Jeff, the message here really is one of incredible opportunity.
McCullum, who's 59, admits he's biased toward healthcare as a business for a number of reasons. Everyone gets sick, there's always new things happening, new technology, drugs, innovation, and it's a great way to give back. The difference you can make in people's lives is incredible, he says. And in healthcare, he told these students, the possibilities today are endless.
You have better opportunities than your parents' generation because this has changed. And it's a powerful change.
And he should know, Jim McCullum was on the team in the late 90s, early 2000s that helped develop LASIK, an eye surgery that uses a laser to correct a person's vision by reshaping the inner cornea. There were some misgivings at first.
And initially people said, oh my God, I would never use a laser on my eye, it would burn my eye out.
Before LASIK, people with vision problems had to wear contacts or glasses. With laser vision correction, they don't need to. Today, it's the most commonly performed laser eye surgery in the world. As of 2009, more than 28 million LASIK procedures have been performed worldwide.
It has without question, I think, positively affected thousands and millions of people's lives.
During homecoming weekend, McCullum was named the 2013 Honorary Alumnus of the Year. What's the next big thing he's working on? Not surprising, it has to do with technology. McCullum's company, Restoration Robotics, is using robots in the treatment of hair transplantation for men and women. He says most people can't imagine how medical robotics will improve our lives in the future.
These machines, under the control of a physician, can really do things that many humans can't do, with algorithms and cameras and imaging and all these advanced technologies. And it's really the wave of the future. I think most people have no idea how effective these robots are.
So where did the name LASIK come from? McCullum told us it's the worst name that you could ever have. LASIK is an acronym for Laser-Assisted In Situ Keratomileusis. You can see where the letters in LASIK come from. He told us they wanted to come up with a killer name and couldn't quite create one. So, under pressure to name the procedure, the team finally settled on LASIK. The name stuck. And as they say, the rest is history. These folks are making history. They're the first group of students to graduate from Wingate University, Hendersonville. The new campus in the North Carolina mountains opened in the summer of 2011. 16 students in the MBA program completed their studies in December. They held a reception at a Hendersonville restaurant to celebrate. They'll officially receive their diplomas during Wingate's 118th commencement on May 17th. Coming up on Wingate Today, connecting college and kids. Ben Richardson reports.
Local fifth graders get a glimpse of college life and possibly plant some seeds for the future? I'll have that story when we get back on Wingate Today.
What is Wingate? A thriving university nestled in a quiet community near Charlotte. Named 6th best value in the South by U.S. News & World Report. Leading the way in the health sciences with pharmacy, PA studies, and nursing. What is Wingate? Big enough to offer 22 NCAA sports. Small enough to attract the best and brightest in the world. What is Wingate? Wingate is you. Wingate University. Major in a great life. Welcome back to Wingate Today. The event is called Future Bulldog Day, a chance to show young people what college life is like up close and the role that athletics plays in the college experience. Ben Richardson joins us now, and Ben, Wingate rolled out the red carpet to some fifth graders?
That's right, Jeff. Hundreds of students from area middle schools were invited here in December to hear from student athletes, tour the campus, eat lunch, and cheer the basketball team to victory. Hundreds of students piled out of school buses and into Austin Auditorium, where they were greeted by the Wingate University women's basketball team. Jasmine DeBerry, a junior guard from Charlotte, was the first to speak to the students.
Work harder than everybody else, to not be satisfied with the minimum, and just be yourself and be proud of who you are and work hard.
Off the court, Jasmine has made a significant contribution to the community through volunteering and civic service. This year, Jasmine is a nominee for the 2014 All-State Good Works team. The students also got to hear from Union County native and Wingate 2 Sports standout Mark Clyburn.
It takes a lot of commitment, a lot of effort. You have to work every day, you have to study.
As you can see, students were taking what Jasmine and Mark had to say very seriously. And just before students headed out of the auditorium, Wingate's cheerleading squad decided to teach a few cheers and chants before the big game. The kids were led out of the auditorium and around campus by Wingate student tour guides and ended up in Cuddy Arena, where they were served pizza by Wingate University's athletic department. And just before tip-off, I was able to catch up with a few kids from Fairview Middle to get their predictions on the game.
Wingate's gonna win.
The students were anything but short of energy when it came to cheering for the Bulldogs.
It's a great experience for my students. They get to see what college life is like and experience it, and it gives them a motivation to want to do better and say, I really want to come here. I've had about 5 students already say, I'm coming to Wingate, I'm coming to Wingate.
While the day's events are fun-filled, the heart behind it is to bring awareness to future opportunities.
I think it's great for kids that in this population to see that they have an opportunity to go to college too, and that they can move out of their circumstances.
The Bulldogs capped off the day with a 76-53 win over Lee's McRae. Assistant coach Dustin Terrell says the fans certainly helped.
It's hard to come out and not be enthusiastic when there's 600 fifth graders screaming and going crazy for you.
Coach Terrell told us that eventually he'd like to see all Union County schools involved. He wants the gym to be at capacity, but again, it's not about the numbers, it's about the stories.
There's a lot of kids in this area that don't even know about Wingate University and don't even know about college atmosphere and everything like that. And you'll hear, we'll get emails from the teachers that say, our kids can't stop talking about college. Can we skip every grade and just go straight to college? How do we get there?
The impact of Future Bulldog Day goes far beyond the basketball court. In fact, the event yielded the Bulldogs with a Community Service Award just last year. The Bulldogs will now continue their successful season in conference play. To learn more about Wingate Athletics, visit online at wingatebulldogs.com.
Thanks, Ben. Ryan Brown joins us now with sports. What's going on this month?
Well, Jeff, we have thrilled our audience with many stories of excellence for the Wingate athletic teams, and most of the time those stories have been about players or coaches. But with all great teams comes a support staff around them, and at the top of that list is the Wingate athletic training staff, keeping Wingate athletes healthy and dealing with the ever-changing safety of sports.
We are the first line of defense for any injuries that our athletes occur on the field. We are also the liaison between the athletes and the coach, athletes and our healthcare providers. So in a nutshell, we do it all.
Meet Tim Singleton, Wingate graduate and Director of Sports Medicine for Bulldog Athletics. Singleton heads up the department consisting of full-time staff members and students working together to keep athletes healthy and return to the playing field after injury.
The best day is the athlete coming back from a surgery that, it was a season-ending injury. You might have lost a year of eligibility. For example, one of our athletes last year tore his ACL as a freshman. Comes in this past year and scores his first touchdown, even though he played the year before. For him, that was a gratifying moment. For us, he came in and gave me that look, and that was it.
These success stories are all over campus for Singleton and his staff, including Brandy Baldwin from the women's soccer team, who returned this year after multiple knee injuries to score the game-winning goal in the Sweet 16 to send Wingate to their first ever Elite Eight.
So athletic training on game days is pretty much the proactive approach. You want to make sure that you're doing everything you can beforehand just to make sure that everyone's ready for the game. That might involve some light massage, some heat. You might have all the guys come in, get taped, get stretched, whatever you can do to make things run smoothly.
He also gave us a look at a typical day in the training room, rehabbing players for the next game or practice.
What we like to do is have them come in earlier so we can get a good injury report on them, send that out to the coaching staff so they actually have a clue who's going to be in, who's going to be out for that day.
As mentioned, students are a vital role for athletic training, whether it be student Austin Phipps or student and tennis player Tiffany Williams.
I gave up my part of my Christmas break, but it's fun. I get to spend a lot of time with the team. We've really become a family here. Traveling with them, joking around with them at practice every day.
Being an athlete and an athletic trainer is awesome because I get to do academically what I want through college, but I also get to do my sport of tennis all throughout college as well.
Singleton believes there are many opportunities after college, and for some, they are right here on the Wingate campus.
There's multiple avenues they can go in. We've seen some go into PA school, we've seen some go to PT school. Most of them either go straight to work or they go to some further education.
I graduate this year. I'm hoping to go to a light career in physical therapy, hoping to go to Wingate Physical Therapy School and continue with sports-related injuries and stuff like that.
Jeff, 2 last notes on the story. Though the athletic training staff is behind the scenes most of the time, it's very evident how much they are valued and appreciated by these Wingate coaches. Also, despite what they've seen as a trainer and the raised general level of concern, most say they'll still allow their kids to compete in contact sports.
What an important job they do. Thanks, Ryan. Straight ahead on Wingate Today, he says you should make your passion your profession. Hear how this Wingate alum is doing that. Our Alumni Spotlight is next. We'll be right back.
Thank you.
I just want to say thank you, and hopefully someday I'll be able to give back.
I just thanked Wingate for the opportunities it's given me.
Thank you, Wingate.
Wingate, thank you.
From 1896 to 2013, we've come here to chase our dreams, become who we are and be the best that we can be here in this Wingate family.
Everybody's a family.
Just one big family.
I am so thankful for the opportunity to be here and to study to become a dentist.
Thank you.
I'm thankful for the opportunities that I've been given here at Wingate because of donors.
Men's lacrosse, thanks Alumni!
Being a part of student government and Greek life has really helped me flourish as a leader.
Obrigado.
Dankeschön. Thank you, Wingate!
Time for our Alumni Spotlight. He's helped put a local elementary school on the map, achieving for the school a prestigious Kennedy Center Award. Wingate alum from 1995 and contributing reporter Brian Stevenson met with him. I'm anxious to hear about this one, Brian.
Well, Frank Cass-Stevens, Jeff, graduated from Wingate in 1986. He has spent the past 26 plus years teaching and promoting the arts at Benton Heights Elementary in Monroe. And as you will see, all of that hard work turned 2013 into a very good year. As soon as you pull onto the campus of Benton Heights Elementary, you will quickly see this is no ordinary elementary school.
I'm a believer that everything we teach can be done through the arts.
Benton Heights is all about the arts, and that's a real source of pride for Frank Cass-Stevens. He now serves as arts coordinator after spending 20 plus years in the classroom. Frank helped lead the arts effort that made Benton Heights School of the Arts a reality.
It's not changing what you're teaching, it's changing how you're teaching.
Being a School of the Arts means that students at Benton Heights, like these kindergartners in percussion class, get 6 hours of class time in the arts each week.
We are able to offer dance and drama and after-school strings programs and ballet and those kinds of things that are not typical to the elementary world.
It was amazing to see how quickly these young students were able to pick up the math skills associated with learning notes as they played the drums.
Never would I have thought 27 years thus far in this career and to have had such an incredible ride of enjoying the educational world.
Frank spends most of his time encouraging teachers, writing grants, promoting the arts program, and finding new ways to provide arts opportunities to the students at Benton Heights. Students that come from anywhere in Union County.
Benton Heights, as many people may not be aware, is a school of choice. We do not have a district. Any student in Union County is able to come here. We do have an open door policy. There's no lottery. and that's a little different than some of our other schools.
Cass Stevens' devotion to the arts came full circle for him and Benton Heights in 2013. He was awarded a Distinguished Music Educator Award from Yale University. Also, there was an award from the Blumenthal Performing Arts Center. And Benton Heights was one of only 5 schools in the state to receive a Kennedy Center Award for excellence in the arts.
It was almost dreamlike at times, but I'm so happy for the school. I'm so happy that the things that we are working hard here daily are being recognized all the way to a national level.
The best reward for Cass Stevens, though, comes from the joy he sees on the children's faces.
It's about what we're doing for children here, because they are our future and they are going to be leading us one day soon, and that's a great legacy for us to look at leaving behind. I feel the same way that Wingate did that for me. They instilled in me, those 3 accolades of faith, knowledge, and service.
Jeff, they have a great program going on at Benton Heights, and as Frank shared in the story, any elementary-aged child in Union County can go to Benton Heights.
What a great school. Thanks, Brian. And now to our final story, Academics Plus. At Wingate University, it's a complete education, more than just classroom instruction. What happens out of class is also important. Study abroad programs, internships, conferences. And in 2013, students in the School of Sports Sciences attended a big convention that came right here to our backyard. The place, the Charlotte Convention Center. The convention, 2013 AFERD National Convention and Expo, an annual conference of the group American Alliance for Health, Physical Education, Recreation, and Dance. For people who work in this field, it's a big deal.
This is the first time in memory that it's been here in Charlotte, and probably will not be here again in my lifetime.
9,000 from across the country who work and study in physical education, recreation, fitness and health, and dance are here to learn and network. More than a dozen from Wingate attended. College students believe it's invaluable learning. Kristen Klimish will teach middle school PE.
Showing us ways to teach kids the stuff of keeping them engaged and kind of just always thinking about the next thing that they're going to do.
Let's start talking about HIIT training.
Exercise physiologist in the Wingate School of Sports Sciences, John Acquaviva, led one of the sessions, along with student researcher Emma Harnett. Their topic, do high-intensity training programs deliver as promised? It's the latest rage in working out, combining things like push-ups and box jumps. It goes by names like CrossFit, Insanity, or P90X, a highly intense form of working out, mixing weight training and cardio exercises, with very little rest in between. It was a packed house for this discussion.
I was not as nervous as I thought I was going to be, but it's still kind of nerve-wracking when you have all these new faces looking at you, and the whole picture them in your underwear doesn't work.
Their research found the programs are effective, by the way. Not only is the conference devoted to the latest research, participants here can also see the latest fitness equipment and technology. This is the ladder mill, just out of the market, a rotating ladder, gravity-powered, that'll let you strengthen nearly every muscle in your body.
Very similar like a stepper, Stairmaster, any of those kind of products, but you also get the added benefit of using your hands, having to think about your motion, think about balance. You get a little, a little more versatile, a little more power in a shorter amount of time.
Back on the convention floor, conferences like these have another purpose. They help showcase Wingate talent. John Acquaviva.
All of these presentations kind of give exposure to the institution, but because it was so well attended, I think that even says something. Like, people look around and they go, wow, there's a lot of people here, there's something to be said about this.
And Dennis Johnson, who also presented during the 5-day conference, says it enhances the college experience for students.
They see cutting-edge research being presented, in different presentations. But I really think it's more important for the networking. They meet students from all over the country. They hear what's going on in their region in the country, what's going on here. So it's a win-win situation.
The next AFERD convention is this spring in St. Louis. A programming note before we leave you, join us for The Fitness Doctor, a new show on radio and WUTV. It features exercise physiologist John Acquaviva and Troy Press, a student in the School of Sports Sciences. The program addresses your exercise, nutrition, and overall health needs. Taped live at ESPN Radio in Charlotte, The Fitness Doctor airs each Saturday morning at 7:30 on ESPN 7:30 AM radio. And here on Wingate University Television, WUTV Channel 22 and Channel 97.3. And that's our show for this time. I'm Jeff Atkinson. Thanks for watching.
Comments? Questions? Contact us. Wingate Today is a production of WUTV and Wingate University's Department of Marketing and Communications.